installment of the Tyrone Shorter Show here on PowerCatsTV. I'm your host, Robbie Donahoe, and of course, it's called the Tyrone Shorter Show for a good reason. We are joined by the head coach of your Louisville Wildcats, Tyrone Shorter, and talking a little football. The season has finally arrived. I know you've been waiting for it for many weeks, but it's finally here.
It's here, and we can't wait. We just, been working really, really hard. Ever since I've been here, we've been, we hit the ground running. And football is in 3 phases, and right now we're in that 3rd phase. Offense, defense, special teams. And when I got here, we went through our spring practice, had a good spring practice, and then went through our summer practice. That's the 2nd phase. Now we went into fall practice. That's the 3rd phase. Now we right at the ball game, so we getting excited about it.
Our first game coming up this Friday when we take on Knox County in Macon, 7 o'clock kickoff time against the Tigers. You probably know this guy has a little background with Knox County coming from the Tigers, but as you probably should know by now, not a Knoxville guy. He's from Port Gibson, yes, but headed back to Macon. What kind of emotions is going to go through your mind? I mean, you spent so many years there, obviously under MC Miller as well, but just what sort of emotions are you going to go through Friday night when you walk on that field the first time?
Well, I'm quite sure there'll be some emotions because, you've been at a place for 21 years and you meet so many people, so many parents. You touch the lives of so many young men, and everybody come to the game. On Friday nights, everybody be at the game, so all the former players, so it's gonna be it's gonna be different, but I'm with my new team now, and this is my new family, and so we're gonna go into that atmosphere, and it's gonna be a typical big time rivalry game like it always is. So, but we feel good about it. We feel good about going down 14. So. We don't say Macon, Knox County around here anymore. We say the team east of 14. So that's what we talk about now.
Everyone's got that rival. Mississippi State refers to Ole Miss as the school up north. So now we got the team east of 14. So I like that. Yes. Very nice. Very nice. All right, we did get a game in last week with our Jamboree game when we took on Philly. Varsity fell 7-6. JV was able to win 8-0. I added them up because we do math here at Louisville. 14-7. We say we got the win. Some people may not. But what did you like? What did you take away from that Jamboree game?
I took away a lot of positive things and a lot of negative things. First, the positive things. We wanted to see some younger kids play. Obviously we held out a few players because they banged up. Dre's not 100%, so we wanted to make sure that he's get close to 100% for this coming Friday when it counts. So, but what we took out of it, we wanted to go in and establish a run game, and we took a 95-yard driving, a 95-yard drive and touchdown. So, and we ran the ball every play of it, so we wanted to go into the spring and establish a run. We wanted to make sure that we can run the football, and that was our mindset going into the ball game. But I took a lot of positive things from offensively. We was concerned about our offensive line. We pieced some things, put some pieces together, offensive line, so we wanted to make sure, we get some chemistry out of those guys. I'm just hoping that we can build some depth at our quarterback position because it's going to be a long season, and hoping, knocking on wood, that nothing happens to Dre. But I don't want to go into this season not having a number 2 or number 3 quarterback ready.
So your Wildcats probably could have done better on Friday, but positives and negatives, obviously, from every game you can take away from. So it was an overall good experience. And the other thing, the thing you take into Jamboree games is you don't want anyone getting hurt or injured, and I think that's a win in its own right when we came out of that game.
Right. I got to say something about the defense. The defense played really, really well. I think they didn't get a first down on us. I think they got a first down because we jumped outside a couple of times. Really pleased with defense, but our special team broke down on us, and we got to work on that. Some of the things that I've been watching films, we're going to change some things around with our special team. We was there with special teams, we just didn't break down and make tackles, and we just got to do a better job this week at practice on that.
It's funny, as I'm talking to you, we actually have a thunderstorm going on outside, and that was the tagline last year, was "The storm is coming." We were grinding for 9.
Yeah.
That's complete. We happen to be sitting by some gold balls right here. State championship is the goal every year when you're at Louisville High School,
Yes.
but especially this season more than most with the kind of talent you had coming back. Everyone knows the mantra locked in for 10, but what's different this year is Louisville isn't the hunter, they are the hunted. I mean, we have the bullseye on our back this year. How is that different this time around, whereas these guys now have to be the team? You have to show up every Friday night. You're not going to sneak up on anyone.
It's not. I mean, like you say, the expectation is very high. It always is here. I can go back from years and years about this program here, even when I was in high school. And I did some research, and we're going to talk to the guys about it this week about how dominant the Louisville team's been in the past. And like I tell them all the time that, it's not about them. It's about the tradition of this program. It's about the pride of this program. And I did some research about some of the former teams that came and they was dominant. And this team has that, they got an opportunity to be dominant as well. And, and we expect, to go undefeated. That's the talk around here. And I know we got some big football games, and we got some tough football games. But when you talk about undefeated around here, that's nothing new. So and so that's our goal. Our goal is to take one game at a time, and we're gonna try to we're gonna take care of the team down east of 14. That's our first opponent, and so we're gonna just take one game at a time.
I think one thing that I noticed when I covered you when you were at that school, East 14, that you loaded up that schedule early with a lot of really tough teams. Meridian, I think you played Spain Park one year. You went away to Aledo, Texas, and played a team over there. You load up on these tough teams, which gets you prepared for the division. It kind of seems like that's kind of how you model the schedule this year, because West Point, Starkville, Knox, they're all on the schedule this year. For fans who may not understand that, you may take your lumps early, but what is that going to do down the road for this team?
It's going to help. I love to play a tough schedule at the beginning, because you can measure your team, you can evaluate your team, and you do what it takes and what's necessary to make some changes early. And if you're going in and playing a lot of cupcake games and you win and you're blowing people out, I think that hurt your team in the long run. I've been a part of a few state championships when we started off 2-4, but even though we lost those games against bigger schools, it was a positive thing for us. And I like playing a tough schedule because, we're not going to play too many schools and too many teams in 4A going to be as talented as some of the schools that we played early on. So I think you load up your schedule. Only thing that, you're hoping you come out of, you don't have any injuries. But I think once we finish this schedule, our non-division schedule, going into our division is going to prepare us for it. And that's what it takes when you getting ready to go for a championship run. You got to be prepared. So, again, I like playing the tough schedules because they're going to prepare our football team to be able to handle any situation. So that's what it's all about. You got to be able to handle different situations that's going to happen in a ball game. And the only way you can do that is by playing tough competition.
It's going to be a really fun journey. We can't wait to have you for it. We can't wait to be around this team for it. Every Monday night, we're expected to have the Tyrone Shorter Show here on PowerCats TV. You got to say that 5 times fast because it tongue-ties you a little bit. But the Tyrone Shorter Show here on PowerCats TV every Monday night throughout this season. Coach, we thank you for joining us. Good luck on Friday. Again, everyone should be traveling East 14 for that game.
That's right.
Don't miss that game. 7 o'clock kickoff time against the Tigers. We hope you can join us for that one. Until then, we'll see you next time.